Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's RPG Bundle Bundle Bash Edition of July 2024. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the link provided in the description below, not only will you gain access to this bundle, but you also have the opportunity to support this channel. Your support will mean the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have For the King, a challenging turn-based strategy game that follows a group of adventurers on their quest to murder various monsters and enemies that threaten the kingdom. The game features procedurally generated maps, quests, and events, ensuring that each playthrough is unique and challenging. The gameplay in For the King revolves around turn-based combat and exploration, with players navigating through the game's various regions, solving puzzles, and engaging in battles. The combat system is straightforward but challenging, requiring players to carefully plan their moves and attacks to overcome enemies. One of the most notable aspects of For the King is its co-op mode, allowing up to 3 players to play together locally or online. The game's combat and exploration systems work well in multiplayer, with players able to coordinate their attacks and strategies to overcome challenging opponents. The game's progression system is also well designed, with players able to unlock new weapons, abilities, and upgrades as they progress through the game. These upgrades are essential for taking on the game's more challenging enemies and bosses, providing a satisfying sense of progression. The game's story is relatively simple but engaging, with players tasked with uncovering the source of the kingdom's troubles and putting an end to it. The game's world is richly detailed, with each region having its unique look and feel, providing an immersive experience. While the game's difficulty can be unforgiving sometimes, it never feels unfair, and is probably your fault. Players are encouraged to experiment with different strategies and approaches to murder their opponents. Overall, For the King is a challenging and engaging turn-based strategy game that offers a lot of content for players to enjoy. With its co-op mode, progression system, and immersive worlds, it'll keep you coming back for more. At number 2 we have Moonlighter, a unique blend of shop simulation and roguelike dungeon crawling, reminiscent of the 2010 indie game Racketeer. The game centers around Will, who balances his role as a shopkeeper during the day with his nighttime adventures into procedurally generated dungeons. The protagonist's aim is to unlock the 5th dungeon door in his hometown by defeating bosses and collecting keys from monsters. Each day involves alternating between exploring dungeons and managing the shop. The combat in the game strikes a balance between swift and controlled, requiring players to strategically engage enemies. Despite its hard difficulty label, the forgiving death penalties prevent significant setbacks. The dungeons are 3 floors deep, culminating in a boss fight that offers a modest challenge. One of the game's standout features is its inventory management system. With limited backspace, players must prioritize valuable items and contend with various item curses that impact their arrangement. Back in the town of Renoka, players can invest gold to bring in different merchants, upgrade equipment, and engage in shop management. The pricing mechanic offers a simple but satisfying challenge. Moonlighter is designed for completion rather than mastery, making it an accessible and enjoyable experience for players who appreciate the roguelike flavor without the commitment of extensive gameplay. The game successfully blends elements of both genres, providing a refreshing take on a dungeon crawling and shop simulation. Although it doesn't aim to redefine these genres, Moonlighter offers a unique and engaging experience that strikes a balance between casual and captivating gameplay. At number 3 we have Untamed Tactics. If you're expecting Untamed Tactics to unleash a thrilling grid-based strategy RPG experience set in the vivid world of tabletop game Untamed, prepare for a letdown. Despite initial promise, this title fails to fulfill its lofty aspirations. At first glance, Untamed Tactics dazzles with its colorful anthropomorphic characters and narrative framed around a protagonist regaling tales of adventure to grandchildren. However, the game's standout feature, the Parlay system, which promises dynamic interactions with foes on the battlefield, falls short of expectations. Parlay, meant to offer strategic depth akin to Fire Emblem's memorable moments, devolves into little more than a generic ultimate ability with repetitive dialogue lines. Furthermore, the game's narrative takes a problematic turn, veering into uncomfortable colonial themes, presenting a white savior narrative amidst tribal societies and questionable character portrayals. While the gameplay shows potential with its customization options and character progression, the overall experience feels unfinished. Basic animations, generic HUD assets, and repetitive battles plague the game, overshadowing occasional glimpses of novelty introduced by new enemy types. Untamed Tactics fails to live up to its potential. Disappointingly, what could have been a dynamic parlay system with witty banter and hidden plotlines turns out to be a repetitive grind, leaving players longing for more depth and variety. At number 4 we have The Quest, a classic indie RPG that brings you back to the golden age of computer role-playing games. You step into the shoes of an agent sent by the king to investigate a governor's mysterious disappearance on a remote island. As you explore this vast, non-linear world, you will face numerous challenges, from battling fierce monsters to solving intricate quests. The game's charm lies in its old-school mechanics, turn-based combat, tile-based movement, and a deep character customization system. You will start by creating a character from a variety of races and professions, each offering unique skills and attributes. As you progress, side quests will become your bread and butter, providing the experience and gold necessary to enhance your abilities and equipment. Combat, while simple, requires strategic thinking, especially as you face tougher enemies. Magic, crafting, and enchanting play crucial roles in your survival, with a robust system that lets you tailor your gear to fit your playstyle. The quest's world is massive, offering over 100,000 squares of exploration. Despite its retro graphics, the game captivates with its depth and rewarding progression. However, you will need patience and tactical savvy to overcome its challenges. With a mix of exploration, combat, and puzzle solving, the quest is a must-play for fans of traditional RPGs who crave a challenging and immersive experience. And number 5 we have Raiders: Forsaken Earth, a turn-based tactical RPG that challenges you to lead a raider band in a harsh post-apocalyptic wasteland. As you rise from raiding caravans to seizing entire settlements, your ultimate goal is to either dominate your corner of the wasteland or prepare for the impending invasion of the new governmental authority. You start as the leader of a small band with limited resources, trading when possible, but ultimately relying on raiding to survive. Each raid boosts your resources and increases the fear others have of you, allowing you to extort supplies without a fight. However, as vigilance rises, your enemies become tougher, forcing you to adapt your strategies. Combat is turn-based and requires careful planning, especially with a unique stamina system that forces you to skip turns to recharge. Character customization is extensive, but the perk system feels imbalanced, with only a few viable builds for each class. The 3 available classes, Hellion, Masochist, and Brutician, offer distinct roles, but the Brutician often feels underwhelming compared to the more straightforward Hellion and Masochist. Resource management is key, but the crafting system seems underdeveloped, with looted or purchased items often outshining crafted gear. While the game's interface and weapon leveling system are well designed, many of its systems feel half-baked, leading to a sense of missed potential. Despite these flaws, the game offers tense, enjoyable combat and a compelling rise to power, though it falls short of greatness. At number 6 we have ATOM RPG Trudograd, a modern take on the CRPG genre. 2 years after the events of ATOM RPG, you're sent on a new secret mission to the decaying metropolis of Trudograd. You'll have to track and recover a pre-war weapon capable enough to deal with a new impending threat to what's left of society. If you have not played ATOM RPG, that's okay, as it is technically a standalone sequel or expansion. However, it is still recommended that you play through the first game to get an understanding of the world. If you've played the first game, you can carry over your character and choices that you've made. If not, the game does a good job in letting you know important plot points. The main storyline evolves organically from the premise. It presents a good amount of story branches and player agency. The side content is where the game shines though, with some amazing dialogue and quest designs closely tied to the Soviet culture. Gameplay-wise, if you've played Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, this game will feel very familiar. You start by either creating a new character or importing one from the first game. You can assign skill points and pick abilities to give you different perks and bonuses on various activities. Combat is turn-based, and your character has a number of action points to perform actions like moving, shooting, and reloading. Abilities and skills play a role in the effectiveness of your actions. Without a cover system, sophisticated AI, nor meaningful strategic elements, combat devolves into repeatedly attacking until they die. If you want to avoid fighting altogether, you can. If you have plenty of points in speechcraft, you can intimidate, charm, or lie your way out of many situations. The writing of ATOM RPG is splendid and polished, and it is a must-play for those who love CRPGs. At number 7 we have Hunchback's Dungeon. Hunchback's Dungeon is an early access auto-firing arena battler that packs a surprising punch. Your objective is straightforward: survive waves of increasingly difficult enemies. But what sets this game apart is its thoughtful design and engaging gameplay. The pixel art is charming, and the sound design complements the retro aesthetic perfectly. With 12 unique characters, each boasting distinct strengths and weaknesses, you have plenty of options for varied gameplay. As you progress, you can equip up to 4 spells, adding depth to your strategy. However, the current spell sets, like Crude and Summoning, lack variety, which slightly limits your build diversity. The game's shop mechanic adds an extra layer of strategy, prices, rarity rates, and even the number of items you can purchase are influenced by your stats, allowing for dynamic gameplay adjustments. The trade-offs you make with item choices, like boosting armor at the expense of speed, add meaningful decision making to each run. Despite strengths, Hunchback's dungeon shows its early access roots. After a few hours, you might feel like you've seen most of what the game has to offer. However, the developer is actively improving and expanding the game, with regular updates and a responsive presence on Discord. Hunchback's dungeon delivers exceptional value, offering a fun and engaging experience that will only get better with time. It's a steal you should not miss. At number 8 we have Gurumin, a Monstrous adventure, an action-adventure game. You play as a young girl named Parrot, who discovers an invisible monster village behind her home. You're soon drawn into a fight between friendly and evil monsters. You learn of a weapon underneath the village that only you can wield, and you set out to find it. The gameplay consists of exploring various levels, battling against monsters, and solving puzzles. The game features charming, colorful graphics that are reminiscent of classic anime and manga. The environments are detailed and varied, ranging from lush forests to spooky dungeons, and are filled with secrets and hidden treasures to discover. Gurumin, a Monstrous adventure, also features an engaging combat system that is easy to learn but difficult to master. The player can equip Parrot with various headwear, and you have a big drill as a weapon. You can use different attacks and combos to murder monsters. You have charge attacks, time combos, dashes, launchers, and aerial raves with a bunch more powers to unlock. Puzzles are well designed and challenging, requiring the player to use their wits and problem-solving skills to progress. The game also features a variety of side quests and minigames, adding to the game's overall replayability. Overall, Gurumin, a Monstrous adventure, is a charming and engaging action-adventure game that is perfect for fans of classic anime and manga. Its colorful graphics, engaging combat system, and well-designed puzzles make an enjoyable experience. If you're looking for a game that will take you on a journey through a fantastical world filled with monsters, Gurumin, a Monstrous adventure, is definitely worth checking out. At number 9 we have Fallout 2, a role-playing game set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It offers a unique open-world experience, allowing you to freely explore and make choices that shape the game's outcome. The game builds on the success of its predecessor, Fallout, and offers even more content, controversy, freedom, action, and humor. In Fallout 2, gameplay revolves around engaging side quests that are integral to the overall game experience. The character customization screen allows you to determine your character's attributes, skills, and traits, providing a deep and immersive role-playing experience. Your choice at the beginning of the game have a significant impact on the story and the gameplay. Money and bartering play a crucial role in Fallout 2. Money is scarce, and you must carefully manage your resources to survive. Bartering allows you to trade with other characters in the game, offering a versatile system for acquiring items and resources. The game features an extensive skill system, allowing you to specialize in various areas such as combat, medicine, stealth, and more. Every level gained provides skill points to invest in different abilities, further customizing your character's playstyle. Your actions in the game affect your character's karma, which represents their moral alignment. You can choose to be heroic or evil, with consequences and reputation tied to your choices. Leveling up also grants perks that enhance your character's abilities. Combat in Fallout 2 is turn-based and utilizes action points to perform actions. The game's graphics are functional, but not remarkable, while the sound and voice acting are adequate, but not particularly outstanding. However, the game's storyline stands out as a captivating feature, set in the post-nuclear war world. Overall, Fallout 2 offers a rich and immersive RPG experience, characterized by its open-ended gameplay, deep customization options, and morally ambiguous choices. It is considered a pioneer in the genre and remains a highly regarded game in the RPG community. At number 10 we have Fallout, a post-nuclear RPG, the first game in a long-running Fallout game series. First released in 1997, that's 26 years ago, do expect some getting used to certain things of that era, like a busy UI, but much of Fallout 1 still impresses today with a dynamic world only seen in very few games. The world reacts to your actions. You could trigger a war over a town, change its leaders, be a smooth talker who talks people into stabbing themselves, or disguise yourself as a cultist to infiltrate the church. If you piss somebody off, they might shun you for the rest of the game, or you can simply kill every NPC. There's a ton of freedom given to you as a player in the wasteland. The story is quite simple. You're a dweller in Vault 13, having spent your entire life there. America is a nuclear wasteland, and you're sent on a mission into New California by your Vault's overseer, to retrieve the water chips so your Vault doesn't run out of clean water. While the story is quite simple, how it expands is incredible. As you explore the world, you'll encounter many mysteries like disappearing people around military facilities, super mutants running rampant, a nefarious conspiracy that you can unravel or join, and deal with various factions of the world like the Khan Raider, Brotherhood of Steel, among others. Each faction brims with character, like something out of a Mad Max dieselpunk. Quest design is amazing with the amount of freedom in how you tackle each mission. You could choose to kill your employer instead of working for them, free captives, or even kill them. It's entirely up to you. You just have to live with the consequences. So if you like an immersive RPG with a ton of freedom and excellent writing, you definitely want to play this. While the UI may seem old, the wasteland itself will always be a wasteland regardless of time, making it quite timeless. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle offers an excellent blend of RPG styles, ranging from adrenaline-pumping shooters to strategic turn-based tactics, ensuring there's something for everyone. While it includes a few repeats from previous bundles, these are still standout games. They are perfect for filling any gaps in your RPG collection. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.